Wake the fuck up, motherfucker.
As for all the haters, and I'm sure you'll start sending hate messages to me, you'll have to send them to someone who cares, because I don't give a fuck about haters. If you don't like what I've got to say, scroll on, move on, get a life. Because most of you haters, you're living proof of one thing, that your mother and father wasted a good fuck. Your father should have spent his time tossing himself off in the shower and fucking let it go on and get on with life.
It is not the offspring of witchcraft or Satan. It was created by man. It will grow to be 15 feet tall. It will have huge eyes, webbed hands, hooked claws. It will walk upright. And it will mindlessly, mercilessly kill every living thing it meets. Prophecy.
It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
You're gutless, you believe everything the government tells you, and anyone that's got a different opinion to you, you set out to attack them. We don't have a democracy in this country. We have something that just resembles fools that vote every 4 years to see who it is that's going to boss us around. The country was formed as a penal colony. The laws ever since have been made to control convicts. Nothing's changed. Nothing gets repealed. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And until we stand up with some balls together, united against these cunts, we've got no hope of winning.
Michael, you don't have to kill them one at a time.
You hear that, demons? I'm back.
Gotta rehearse my song. Damn, damn, damn.
You say, what do I do for a living? And I said, I knock motherfuckers out, man.
We're in the last days.
Yeah, damn it.
Man, this city sucks. Ain't shit to do around this motherfucker. Which ain't nothing I want to do anyway. But I'd rather have my cabin in the woods and do nothing there. But I can meet up with Bigfoot. We can have a conversation talking about these fucking humans. Accident. Yeah, fucking retards. Damn. Playing this nigga bitch game. Now we bringing that hell on their hellish ass, and they freaking the fuck out. Crazy ass motherfuckers. Judgment Day, now your ass is done. Ordained killer. Run, nigga, run. Here I come, the big black nigga. This is what a lot of people haven't figured out about this shit that's going on with the enemy. I've said it so many times that this whole story is God's story. It's his plan, it's prophecy, it's fate. The enemy is, what the enemy is doing is what they're supposed to do. I'm not trying to stop these motherfuckers from doing shit. All I'm trying to do is put an end to this overall shit while at the same time, of course, save my people. The majority of the people who's about to get fucked up with this mark of the beast shit and all this deception that's going on that's leading up to the opening of the sixth seal in this physical reality. The majority of these people that's going to get fucked up are wicked ass people who've already lost their soul anyway. I talked about this a million times. The enemy, the horrible sick shit that they doing and what they about to do, I don't want to stop that shit. I ain't supposed to stop that shit. Why would I? The majority of the motherfuckers who finna get fucked up, these are motherfuckers who ain't shit. Why else would I be laughing about all this shit? They've been given the authority to do all this shit. My job is just to warn motherfuckers. Save as many as I can and go home. I don't want to stop them motherfuckers from doing this shit. Have at it. They finna kill a lot of motherfuckers. They doing the work. Shut up, train. They doing the work for us. This is motherfucking Grim Reaper work. Just because we are saved, just because we righteous, and even if we know for a fact that we gonna be raptured, we can't take none of this shit for granted, y'all. We don't know for a fact if this person, that person, you is gonna be raptured. And having dominion over these demons at this particular time don't mean shit. Before the rapture happens, what if a lot of these creatures come out? And or a lot of these motherfucking troops coming to bang on your door so you can take that motherfucking vaccine type shit, you know. FEMA camp. Them motherfucking troops, the majority of them demons too. Now you know how scary these motherfuckers are. They got dominion over these demons though. You think these motherfuckers gonna stand there? Oh, Christ compels you. No. These motherfuckers gonna freak the fuck out, start shaking in their boots. They gonna try to run, and they gonna get fucked up. And you got these house niggas who keep wanting us to tap dance and be nice and be respectful to these wicked ass motherfuckers. And you know, don't get angry. Don't defend yourself. Just ignore them. And all this shit. This is what these house niggas want the men and women of God to do. Ignore this shit. I'm supposed to ignore all this wicked ass shit. Then why don't you motherfuckers ignore this shit? This coronavirus shit. Motherfucker, leave a comment talking shit. Alright, just ignore them. Just brush it off your shoulder. And why don't you bitches brush this coronavirus off your shoulder? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Getting them niggas' ass. I love that motherfucker.
We've prayed this prayer for 2,000 years, millions of times in all of our churches across the world. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Matthew 6, 9 and 10. That hour has come.
The Lord is here.
Fuck all you motherfuckers.
Rock-a-blah, baby.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No secret is revealed. No secret is revealed. Secret is revealed.
Yeshua, Pandera.
The Lord is here.
Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
What is up, motherfuckers? Now, one more again, I want to give a shout out to YouTube channel MOONEMPATH.
God damn.
MOONEMPATH sent me the PDF to this book by Bill Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse. This book was published in 1991. Throughout this video, I'm going to give y'all some information concerning the Illuminati,
Luciferian scumbags,
chemtrails, the dome, and I'm also going to show some clips from Catherine Irvin, Louisiana Tay, the Chief, and my nigga Rez MUERTE. I love that motherfucker. And of course, I'm going to talk about Judgment Day. Why all these motherfuckers finna die.
The Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
So, like the late, great John Witherspoon once said, it's your ass, Mr. Postman. And it's your ass, Mrs. Postwoman. Nice ass, by the way. Now, I'm going to read throughout this video, I'm going to read a little bit from this book from Bill Cooper, who was murdered by the Illuminati. So, let's begin, motherfuckers. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat upon him was Death. And hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with beasts of the earth. The Holy Bible, the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 8. Now, before I continue, I gotta read one more thing. We cannot survive any longer by hanging on to the falsehoods of the past. Reality must be discerned at all costs if we are to be a part of the future. Truth must prevail in all instances, no matter who it hurts or helps, if we are to continue to live upon this earth. At this point, what we want may no longer matter. It is what we must do to ensure our survival that counts. The old way is in the certain process of destruction, and a new world order is beating down the door. This was in 1991. Listen, motherfuckers. To cling to the past is guaranteed suicide. To remain apathetic is assured enslavement. To learn the truth and then act upon it is the only means of survival at this moment. To shrug off the information contained in this book and to disregard its warning will result in the complete destruction of the Republic of the United States of America.
Yeah, damn it!
You will never get a second warning or a second chance. Like it or not, this is it. Stark reality. You can no longer turn your head, ignore it, pretend it's not true. Say it can't happen to me. Run or hide. The wolf is at the door. Motherfucker. Now, what is it? November 21st, I think Sunday. Right now I'm recording this shit. 50 degrees yesterday, 50 degrees today. Temperature's gonna drop like a motherfucker. Wind is picking up. It's about to gust up to 40 miles an hour at least. During these last number of months. Let's say a couple of months, whatever it's been. You know, since all this shit got started. That I told y'all about. That was gonna be worse this time. A whole lot worse than it was when this shit went down last year. So, before I made Come the Goddamn Kitty Cats, before I made that Candyman video, and almost immediately after that, I made that video called, Hey, Black People, Who Are You Really? Huh? Huh? Unbelievable. Now, before that shit, as usual, we had some energy that came through, but it was good, strong, positive energy, and it was boosting motherfuckers like me up. Not to mention, ping, 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 Ricochet Rabbit, my granddaughter. Goddamn. She was going nuts. But this was some major energy that was coming from the sun. And how it affected my granddaughter. She just had a whole lot of energy, acting a fool all over the place. Lord have mercy. That's how the shit started, for me personally anyway. Remember, this is before I started cussing motherfuckers out in those videos. Candyman and Hey, Black People, Who Are You Really? Motherfucker. So things started to calm down a little bit. And here we are moving into, at this time, we're moving into the so-called fall season. And here comes the goddamn chemtrails. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this shit later concerning these fucking chemtrails. Anyway, as usual, we got the energy from the sun, and we moving into this time frame of Halloween season. And many of y'all know I made that video Halloween telling y'all about that shit. Here come the demons. So we got all this energy coming from the sun. We got chemtrails being sprayed big time around this motherfucker. So of course, everybody started getting sick. what's new? Things calmed down for a minute. A couple of weeks later, they started spraying the hell out of them chemtrails again. And this is when everybody started going nuts. So when they first started spraying the shit, and this is usually how it happens, when they first started spraying the shit, everybody will get sick. Colds, phlegm, and all that shit, you know. So-called flu. But this time, 2 weeks after that shit, they sprayed the chemtrails. Instead of people getting sick for the most part, people started going crazy. Everybody's being affected by this shit. And of course, this shit affects me. I've been talking about these chemtrails since I've been on YouTube. And it affects people, and they don't even know it. Especially when it comes to crazy ass niggas. These motherfuckers got a high tolerance when it comes to drugs and being poisoned. So it don't affect them the way it affects most people. But eventually, when the shit really hits their ass, this is when they really start going nuts. And of course, they don't even realize it because they already fucked up. And here comes the goddamn train. Shut up. Now, of course, I talked about in that Halloween video that this time frame that we're in right now is going to be worse than it was last year. Starts of Halloween season, and Halloween is no longer a one-day event. Most people tell you Halloween is the devil's holiday. They doing all kind of rituals, sacrificing, opening up portals, bringing these goddamn demons in. And just recently, as y'all can see, I'll show y'all this shit right now. Here comes this energy. Goddamn demons all over the place. That shit is fucking hardcore. I told y'all that shit was coming. Believe it or not, what y'all looking at is energy. Some people will call it static. But I've shown y'all this shit many times. Going, you know, detail and zooming in on that shit. All that shit y'all see in the sky. That static, that energy, that's fucking demons. That shit is all over the place. And I just took that video, got that image from a video I recorded just last night, as a matter of fact. So eventually everybody's gonna go nuts. And already been going nuts. But we just in the beginning stages. It's time for motherfuckers to die. We're in that time frame now, and I'm going into more details about this later. So all this shit that was going on is affecting me. Everybody's going nuts in some way, shape, or form. You know, once I cuss them motherfuckers out, these house niggas, so-called lukewarm Christians and all that shit, I had to take a break from this shit. Took me for fucking ever to get that damn Halloween video done. Damn near I didn't even publish that motherfucker. Then it got to this video that y'all watching now. Once again, y'all know I've been talking about making this video for weeks. It's that fucking bad. And only those of us who are aware will be able to deal with this shit. We can deal with this shit a whole lot better because we're aware. We ain't got our head up our ass. So when these demonic attacks happen and start feeling weird, sick, and all this shit, we'll get through this shit better than the average fucking idiot. These same motherfuckers who we trying to help, who end up turning on us because most of these people are lost souls. But like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers, they God's people. They gonna make it out of this shit, but they're not ready to go home, and they just don't want to admit it.
The Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
The Purge. Behold a pale horse. Motherfucker. Now I'm finna show a clip from Riz, one of his videos, and I'm gonna show this clip from the Chief.
Beat him right up in his fucking nuts.
And let me say this first. Finish off this shit about these goddamn chemtrails. Talked about it for years. There's a number of reasons why they be spraying that shit. It's making a lot of people sick and they don't know it. And this is also about blocking out the motherfucking sun. And I'm going to get into this in a minute. Son of righteousness. Motherfucker. But first, I want y'all to listen to this shit. Listen to this shit, niggas. This is this is y'all boy Prince. Maybe I'm just like my mother. Listen to this shit, niggas.
When I saw the State of the Black Union, Dick Gregory really moved me and a lot of my friends. I show it to everybody that comes over the house, especially white folks, because they need to hear that, you know, so that they know more about all of us. Mm-hmm. Because what he said affects all of us. He said something that really hit home about this phenomena of chemtrails. And, you know, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time and say, oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing and you didn't know why. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing and you didn't know why. And the next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing and you didn't know why.
Mm-hmm. Now, with all this demonic shit that's going on with this Halloween season shit that we are in, because like I said, Halloween is no longer a one-day event. Starts before Halloween. They start opening up portals, bringing in all these goddamn demons, and it lasts into the next year. It goes on for months. So while you got motherfuckers getting possessed by these demons, you got motherfuckers who are being vulnerable to possession based on being sick from things like chemtrails. Yeah. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed this where y'all live, but here in Gary, Indiana, I noticed something. I noticed this shit a number of years ago. Listen to me, niggas. All of a sudden, I noticed that the school buses got tinted windows on them motherfuckers. Why? Are they trying to protect the kids' identity? No. They're trying to protect these little demons from the sun. Now, obviously, you got kids who are actually children of God. You know, they don't want them to get that energy from the sun either. But when it comes to these so-called kids who are lost souls, they don't want them motherfuckers to be harmed by that radiation from the sun, that energy from the sun. So now all of a sudden, we got big black tinted windows on school buses. Mm-hmm. Some vampire type shit going on, ain't it? Now, speaking of vampires, shout out, I gotta give a shout out to my brother Riz, because he was talking about this shit a couple of months ago. They put out this TV show called, what was the name of that motherfucker? Was it Midnight Mass? That was the name of that shit. Uh-huh. You know, it's funny, they keep showing these pale looking creatures. Mm-hmm. I told you, motherfuckers. Always showing these pale looking motherfuckers. Prometheus. That old movie I was just watching not too long ago. What was the name of that shit? Salem's Lot. That TV show they made. What was the name of that motherfucker? The Strain.
It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Fallen Angels. Keep showing these pale looking creatures. And the church of this world is about to get fucked up. Now, talking about that show, Midnight Mass. Here you have the church about to get fucked up on this show, telling y'all the motherfucking truth. They got this pale looking creature who they thinking is some type of savior, who comes up in this church after all kinds of shit been going on, weird shit been going on, motherfuckers been dying, all that shit, you know, and they're like, hey, what the fuck? Yeah. So this motherfucker walks up in the goddamn church. And all these church members, most of them anyway, all mesmerized and shit. And they are about to willingly take this goddamn Kool-Aid, poison, so they can die. They know they're gonna die, but they want to live forever. So they're gonna take this poison and die so they can be resurrected. Not knowing, to make it even worse, obviously, I mean, these motherfuckers committing suicide. But they didn't know that that creature that's standing up there, they got some of his blood and put it in that fucking so-called Kool-Aid that these motherfuckers finna drink. This goddamn poison that they know is poison. So his blood is mixed in that shit. So a lot of the motherfuckers took the shit, died, came back. All of a sudden, they was goddamn vampires. And everybody in that church who didn't take the Kool-Aid, they was being attacked by the rest of the motherfuckers who did. And of course, all hell broke loose. All over this, which I believe was like an island and shit. But all hell broke loose in that church first. Church members. Believers of God. Christians. So think about it. All these motherfuckers took the Kool-Aid. Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? They took the Kool-Aid, died, came back to life. Now they vampires. And they start attacking motherfuckers. And after all hell broke loose and this shit was about to end, the sun was rising and getting ready to burn all these motherfuckers up. Son of righteousness. Getting rid of these goddamn wicked ass motherfuckers and these so-called church members, lukewarm Christians. See, it's a lot of white people. They think that only wicked people go to hell. No. Dummies go to hell too. And y'all know I'm always talking about these dummies in the middle, lukewarm Christians, house niggas who don't know they house niggas, you know. Intelligent dummies and all that shit. And when I first started talking about intelligent dummies, I was talking about these wicked people. But you got some intelligent dummies who are stuck in the middle. They're not wicked, they're not righteous. They're so-called lukewarm Christians. They haven't made a choice, haven't chosen whose side they on. They're just stuck in the middle like the fucking idiots that they are. Yeah, they dummies. Dummies go to hell too. When that show, during the time that shit was finna end, all hell broke loose. All them motherfuckers burning up, everything's on fire. They showed two people on this boat. They was the only ones out of all the motherfuckers on the island who got out of that motherfucker. Two people out of all them motherfucking dummies. Those two people represented the rapture.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is the Chief here. Man, almost right on the money here. We talked about the numbers are fluctuating here. We talked about an earthquake coming down in our area here near Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey. We talked about that, and here it is today. 31 minutes ago. This actually is upgraded. I've never seen this before. This is freaky. This was a 4.4 confirmed well, it says 31 minutes ago, but they just upgraded this from a 4.4 to a 5.4. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And this is right in Delaware, near where I'm at. And I told you we were expecting something down that line. And I'll be darned if we didn't get it. And right on the money, too, by the way. Look at this. Are you serious? Wow. This is Milford, Delaware. Guys, Ocean City, Maryland, right here. Here's the Delaware line and Delmarva line. Here's Atlantic City, New Jersey. Man, was that right on the line? Absolutely on the same line we talked about. This line over here was erupting here, over here in Boston for the last 2 days. And I told you to expect something down here. And we got it. Here it is right there. It's not over yet. This was not an explosion in Aberdeen Proving Grounds. This was an explosion right here in this area. Something is in that area. Take a look at it. Something is in this area besides farms and stuff like that. All right. Underground here, guys, are doing something in this country. There's a lot of compromising of the ground here, I believe. I don't know if that's the plan or not. Maybe they're trying to kick off, like we said. We know they're trying to kick off the apocalypse. We know that. They want to play the apocalypse out. They want to play out everything. They want to do it all. They want you to see it their way. But I'm going to tell you, if you step outside that carnival ride that life gives you, the one that I show you every day, the wheel that turns and turns and turns and never comes back, it always stays the same. The only thing that changes is your mindset. It's insanity that you change in a world that won't change, that just gets worse and worse and worse. It does that. I wanted to do this quickly, so we're already into too long here, and I just wanted to give you the update here. It's already 14 minutes into this. I'm going to monitor this, and I was right on the money, folks. I was right on the money. When I told you we were expecting something on this line, and we got it today, and it may not be over with. So God bless you all. Keep your attention here to my channel. I will be monitoring this.
Told y'all the Grim Reaper a long time ago on Collage channel is here. People didn't want to believe it, but look at all the death and destruction. And it's just set toward one group, no one else. You got to know your enemy. My direct enemy looks exactly like me. The other one is in the wings somewhere that can create systems and programs and creates the zombies. You know? City of Brotherly Love? I don't think so. When you have Rodin's Gates of Hell in the Philadelphia Art Museum and you wonder why so much violence. Any state you go to, wherever you see the people of the sun, black people, whatever you want to call them, it's going to be the worst, trashiest neighborhoods you ever seen. It's going to be ultra violent. And that's the curse that's placed on the chosen people of God for being disobedient. Okay? And unaware and oblivious that God is real. Okay? Nothing happens by accident. Everything is intelligently designed. The moon is just a light inside the firmament. That's why no one ever went there. It's impossible to land on a light fixture. Cut it out, folks. Same thing with the sun. You live in a system, an intelligent system, creates the weather, the whole 9 yards, light and dark. I broke this down numerous times. This is the face of the entity. You see the tools of his trade, the sickle or sai. Now I'll zoom in on his face to show you. This is the angel of death. You see his face, black eyes, monstrous looking mug, crazy looking hair. Hold that in for you. Shout out Yeshua Pandera. Speaks about the Grim Reaper all the time. Told y'all a long time ago. The Grim Reaper is here. Can't you see? Even if I didn't show you this, you know it's the angel of death floating around. Again, another agent or angel of death. Trust me, they come for you when you pass. I mean, all you need to do is get to my channel. I do EVPs and everything. I'm in communication with the spirit realm. Getting direct lines of communication from deceased loved ones and more. You know, giving you confirmation on things. But, you know, I understand it's a cabal on YouTube that sticks together and they avoid people like me. They avoid sharing my content. They avoid putting me into your timeline. I get that. I have people text me and call me and say, Rez, you put a video out, but I got the notice 4 days later. I know. We know what they're doing. No one's doing this at this level. Somebody mentioned Gina Marie to me. I'm like, really? Everybody and their mother starts showing the solar flares as soon as I broke them down to what they truly were. You know, whether they're real or fake. If NASA's giving you a set of a video and oh, this is solar flares. Okay, well, they're giving you an Easter egg inside of it. And I bought that out. So I understand people mentioning Gina Marie because she's, you know, pumped and promoted a lot of subs. No hate toward her, you know, but they're never going to make my channel go viral, make my videos go viral. The stuff I'm doing, I see on television shows. Just watch the Travel Channel, any supernatural show they have, Beyond Belief, you name it. I've showed Ghost. I've showed everything. And I even let you hear into the spirit realm. When does it become enough? It's a shame. I should have millions of subscribers, you know? But I understand, you know, this is hell. They're not going to put me on a pedestal. They only put their own on pedestals. We know that. You see the Grim Reaper's face. You see the V-neck collar going around his cloak. The black garment. The tool of the trade, the sai. You see the long, come on, you think that's a straight line by accident? See, that comes from a basic, you don't have understanding of geometry, angles, nothing. And you think this is a cloud formation when this is some type of giant entity? Here's his eye, massive horn, nose, mouth, head. Like, come on, I'll zoom in just on that creature. See his eye? He's looking right at the Grim Reaper. I'm moving on.
All right, I'm going to read a little bit more from this book by Bill Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. This particular part of this book, he was talking about silent weapons for quiet wars, this particular document that he had. So obviously I'm not going to read everything that I plan on reading. This video is going to be long enough, and I know you niggas got to go get that chicken. So let me just read this part right here. Diversion. The primary strategy. Experience has proven that the simplest method of securing a silent weapon and gaining control of the public is to keep the public undisciplined and ignorant of basic systems, principles on one hand, while keeping them confused, disorganized, and distracted with matters of no real importance on the other hand. This is achieved by disengaging their minds, sabotaging their mental activities, providing a low-quality program of public education in mathematics, logic, systems, design, and economics, and discouraging technical creativity, engaging their emotions, increasing their self-indulgence, and their indulgence in emotional and physical activities by unrelenting emotional affrontations and attacks, mental and emotional rape, by way of a constant barrage of sex, violence, and wars in the media, especially the TV and the newspapers, giving them what they desire in excess, junk food for thought, and depriving them of what they really need, rewriting history and law and subjecting the public to the deviant creation, thus being able to shift their thinking from personal needs to highly fabricated outside priorities. These preclude their interest in and discovery of the silent weapons of social automation technology. The general rule is that there is profit in confusion. The more confusion, the more profit. Therefore, the best approach is to create problems and then offer the solutions. See, that's how these motherfuckers keep you under control and shit. Let me read this part right here. I'm gonna put this shit on the screen so y'all can see this shit. It cannot be ignored or dismissed. The document is genuine. Its truths cannot be negated or shrugged away. The message is this: you must accept that you have been cattle, and the ultimate consequence of being cattle, which is slavery, or you must prepare to fight, and if necessary, die to preserve your God-given right to freedom. That last sentence is the real reason why people choose to ignore silent weapons for quiet wars. People are not ready to admit that they have been cattle. They are not prepared to fight, and if necessary, die for freedom. It is an indictment of the citizens of the United States of America. And that is the total confirmation of the truth of the information contained in silent weapons for quiet wars. That document he's talking about. All right. Now, of course, I know y'all should know he's talking about the goddamn Illuminati. It's the last thing I'm gonna read before I continue this book, video. Listen to this shit, niggas.
Motherfucker.
I hope to show that most modern secret societies, and especially those that practice degrees of initiation, and that is the key, are really one society with one purpose. You may call them whatever you wish. The Order of the Quest, the Jason Society, the Rosh-Hashanah, the Kabbalah, the Knights Templar, the Knights of Malta, the Knights of Columbus, the Jesuits, the Masons, the Ancient and Mystical Order of Rosicrucian, the Illuminati, the Nazi Party, the Communist Party, the executive members of the Council on Foreign Relations, the group, the Brotherhood of the Dragon, the Rosicrucians, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Trilateral Committee, or the Trilateral Commission, whatever, the Bilderberg Group, the Open Friendly Secret Society, the Vatican, the Russell Trust, the Skull and Bones, the Scroll and Key, the Order. They are all the same and all work toward the same ultimate goal, a new world order. Once again, y'all know I've been talking about making this video for weeks. It's that fucking bad. And only those of us who are aware will be able to deal with this shit. We can deal with this shit a whole lot better because we're aware. We ain't got our head up our ass. So when these demonic attacks happen and start feeling weird, sick, and all this shit, we'll get through this shit better than the average fucking idiot. These same motherfuckers who we trying to help, who end up turning on us because most of these people are lost souls. But like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers, they God's people. They gonna make it out of this shit, but they're not ready to go home and they just don't want to admit it. Now, I've been doing this shit really since my 20s. I'm 48 years old right now. What I've been doing is helping people in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm awake. Teaching, preaching, giving advice. And 99.9% of the time when I do this shit, these motherfuckers are coming to me. They're coming to me for help. So, like I said, I've been doing this shit really since I've been in my 20s. But obviously, I've been doing it more over the last number of years because it's motherfucking Judgment Day. And it got to the point. Bender?
Every time I burp, a new galaxy is born.
It got to the point where once I started talking to people on the phone, I helped some people. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to help everybody. Talking to people on the phone. Giving them advice. People who are coming to me. Giving them advice. Helping them out. Getting them through this shit. A lot of these motherfuckers be suicidal and I ain't bullshit. And I've helped get a lot of people through this shit. These motherfuckers Not all of them, but most people who I deal with, I've been talking to on the phone, text messages and all that shit, including comments. These motherfuckers, they be in bad shape. They come to me for help. And I do whatever I can to calm these motherfuckers down and help get them through this shit. And the majority of these motherfuckers be driving me fucking nuts. I know most of these motherfuckers are lost souls. But I have no choice but to have some type of relationship with every goddamn body in this world of, you know, all types of people, you know, male, female, you know, intelligent level, smart, dumb. I gotta have a relationship in some way, shape, or form with everybody in order to get to those who need to be helped, those who can still be helped. These motherfuckers have been driving me crazy. They've been driving me nuts, though. I'm basically their goddamn psychiatrist that shrink. Ain't charging the motherfuckers, by the way. And it just got to the point, you know, I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this shit no more. These motherfuckers are crazy as shit. I ain't done all I can do. I gotta put an end to this shit. Now, a lot of people be like, okay, why are you talking to these people? Because it's my job, motherfucker. Dummy. See, people like me, our job is to do something, while most people's job is to do nothing. And my Hebrew brothers always talked about us fishing. Talked about it in the Bible. We fishing. Searching out God's people. And anybody who has a chance to get out of this shit is, like everybody, is surrounded by demons, negative entities, distractions, all this shit. And talk about fishing. This is what I'm doing. This is what we've been doing. But these people, God's people, a lot of these lukewarm Christians and all this shit, all these people are drowning in a sea of demons, clones, reptilians, counterfeit spirits, and all this shit. They surrounded, they drowning in all these motherfuckers. And it gets to the point where me, I can't just fish no more. I gotta actually swim through them goddamn demons and fallen angels and all these creatures and shit in order to save one soul here, one soul there. And a lot of people don't understand that shit because they take for granted the shit that we doing. They take for granted just how difficult this shit is. We have to figuratively and literally go through hell in order to save a soul here, a soul there. And like I said, these motherfuckers are drowning in a sea of demonic motherfuckers. We gotta go through all that shit to get to these motherfuckers. So eventually, I get in contact with one of these motherfuckers. They come to me for help. They're all fucked up, stressed out. Like I said, a lot of them be suicidal, and I help these motherfuckers out. And of course, like I said, most of these motherfuckers are lost souls, and they end up being the fucking retards that they are, because most of these motherfuckers who come to me for help, whether it's on the phone, text messages, face-to-face, most of these motherfuckers are goddamn dummies. These are motherfuckers who don't fight in any way, shape, or form. And that's one of the main reasons why they so fucked up. They come to me for help. And because they're not fighting against this wicked ass shit, like I said, this is one of the reasons why they be in such bad shape. They're not fighting against this wicked ass shit in any way, shape, or form. These are the type of motherfuckers who think you're supposed to turn the other cheek forever and ever and ever, you know. So they come to me all fucked up, mainly because they're not fighting against this wicked ass shit. They holding in all that anger, stress, and frustration. They come to me. And what I do is, because I'm their goddamn shrink, and I'm not charging them, and I start charging you motherfuckers, I bet you stop calling, but they come to me. And they all fucked up because they're not fighting against this shit. So what I do is, I begin the process of fighting for them. while at the same time I'm trying to wake their ass up so they can start fighting for themselves. But they don't want to do that shit. They've never been fighting against this shit for the most part. They scared. They've been put in this situation where they think that it's okay for the enemy to do whatever the fuck they want to do to us, whether it's rape, robbery, murder, all this shit. It's okay for them to do that shit. We just ain't supposed to do that shit. You know, we ain't supposed to do nothing about it. You know, they just go, hey, do what they do. We just supposed to turn the other cheek forever and ever and ever because white Jesus coming on the clouds, he gonna save us and shit. You know, most people don't like that saying or don't know nothing about it. You know, God helps those who help themselves. The people who I'm getting upset with more and more, it ain't the enemy, it's God's people. These house niggas, lukewarm Christians, intelligent dummies. These are the motherfuckers who've been pissing me off. These are the motherfuckers who I've been talking shit about, and they so fucking fucked up, they don't even realize that I'm talking shit about their ass. So, again, I'm going through this process with these motherfuckers. They all fucked up because they're not fighting against this shit in any way, shape, or form. So, I'm fighting for them while at the same time trying to wake them up so they can start fighting for themselves, but they're scared. They don't want to do it. Me, they're psychiatrists. They come to me. They come to me. And this is what they do. These motherfuckers, they will unleash their anger, stress, and frustration. They unleash that shit on me. Because I'm their psychiatrist. I'm their shrink. But that's what I'm here for. They don't want to unleash that anger and stress and frustration on the enemy. They scared. Huh? But they come to me so they can unleash that anger, stress, and frustration. That's what I'm here for. So, like I said, I help them out, fight for them because they're not fighting for themselves. I fight for them and begin the process of trying to wake them up so they can start fighting for themselves, but they refuse to do it. They are cowards. They will not stand up for what they believe in. They will not unleash that anger, stress, and frustration on the enemy because they're scared. So they come to a motherfucker like me to unleash that anger, stress, and frustration, trying to bypass the enemy. And this is why you motherfuckers are finna die. You gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta stand up for what you believe in. You got murderers banging on your goddamn door. What you gonna do? Are you gonna fight? Or are you just gonna sit there and wait for white Jesus? So, what really set me off about all this shit is there's a number of people going through this process. It gets to the point where weeks, months, conversating with these motherfuckers, they eventually get comfortable with me. And remember, these are dummies. The majority of them. They get comfortable with me, and next thing you know, they got all the answers. They're intelligent, while at the same time they think that I'm the dummy. How the fuck did that happen? The majority of these motherfuckers are dummies who I've been conversating with, not just YouTube shit during this time, but throughout my whole life. Why is it that these motherfuckers always come to me for help? Dummies I'm talking about. They come to me for help. They get comfortable with me. Next thing you know, they believe that they're intelligent and got all the answers, and I'm the dummy. No, you the dummy, dummy. Why is it that this always takes place? Dummies come to me for help, and all of a sudden, they think they're intelligent and I'm the dummy. Trying to give me advice that I didn't ask for. Giving me advice, expecting me to do the same fucking shit that got them in trouble and shit. What the fuck? What you did, which is nothing, what you believe in, turning the other cheek forever, not getting angry, not standing up for what you believe in and all that shit, ignoring them and all this shit. It didn't work. It fucked you up. So why all of a sudden these motherfuckers who come to me for help, giving me advice that I didn't ask for, they're giving me advice telling me to do the same fucking thing. Why? Because I couldn't wake the motherfuckers up so they can stand up for themselves and start fighting against this wicked ass shit. So they kept falling and falling and falling, And eventually, the dummies thought they was intelligent. And they think that I'm a dummy all of a sudden because they've reached to such, they've gotten to such a low level that now the demons are speaking for them. Because these fucking idiots who keep talking this shit to this very day, expecting us to never fight against this wicked ass shit, ignore this shit forever and ever, and you know, turn the other cheek forever and ever, everything's gonna be all right. Motherfuckers who keep saying that shit, believing that shit, they've gotten to their point now where the demons are possessing their ass. And they don't even realize that what they're saying is fucking demonic. Why the fuck would you tell somebody not to fight? This is basically what they've been telling me. This is basically what they've been telling us, because I'm not the only one. They're basically telling us not to fight against this wicked ass shit. That's demonic. Why the fuck do y'all think the government, powers be, Illuminati, is always talking about taking our guns? Because they don't want us to fight. Why the fuck do y'all think these motherfuckers always talking this shit? Like I mentioned before, you know, about the angry black man. How come they talk that shit? Oh, he's an angry black man. Every time they get angry, oh, he's an angry black man. Why do they say that shit? Because they don't want you to get angry. They're scared of your ass. And they know that eventually you gonna kill their ass. They're trying to make you feel guilty. Oh, he's an angry black man. Fuck you. Why the fuck do they be poisoning the shit out of us all the time? Food, water, chemtrails, all this shit. Negative frequencies. They're doing all this shit. Why? So we can be too weak and docile and won't have the strength to fight. So here you got house niggas, lukewarm Christians, intelligent dummies, and all these motherfuckers who get upset with us because we telling these motherfuckers, hey, you need to stand up for yourself. I'm standing up for myself. I'm fighting against this shit. Why ain't you doing it? Because you're weak. You're a coward. You're scared. And now y'all telling us to do the same fucking thing that got y'all fucked up. Because that means either you motherfuckers already lost your soul, or you one of these motherfuckers who ain't ready to go home and your ass ain't gonna be raptured. And you in denial about the fact that your ass ain't gonna be raptured. You just want to continue to pretend like everything's okay and you're gonna get fucked up. One of the motherfuckers who I was talking to, been talking to him for months. Been watching my videos for months. And October came and motherfuckers like, hey, I hear about some kind of October thing going on. They talking about they gonna come, you know, they might come to our door and give us a vaccine. And so if that happens to you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take the vaccine? Fuck! Who the fuck has been watching my videos for months don't know my stance on that goddamn vaccine? I've been talking to this motherfucker for months. He been watching my videos for months. How can he not know how I feel about that shit? Why would he ask me if I'm gonna take the vaccine? Because these are people who, they on such a fucking low level. They just can't move forward. They keep taking this shit for granted. And any man or woman of God who's going through some major shit right now, I'm talking about some horrible tribulation type shit, that usually means that you ain't ready to go home. You supposed to already been through this shit. It's the end. It's fucking judgment day. Ain't no man or woman of God supposed to be struggling, big time struggling when it comes to tribulation. We all going through some shit. But anybody who's going through some major shit, that probably means you ain't ready to go home. I mean, goddamn. This is the kind of shit that be driving me crazy. And like I said, I gotta deal with all this shit to see who is who. Say one soul here, one soul there out of this goddamn sea of demons that these motherfuckers are drowning in. And then this same person I'm talking about, weeks later, after I made those 2 videos cussing these motherfuckers out, talking shit about ignore him and all this shit, and motherfuckers talking shit about Catherine and all this shit, and motherfuckers think we ain't supposed to get angry and all this shit. That motherfucker watched them videos. Immediately after he watched them videos, called me on the phone and said, hey, you shouldn't be getting angry. They taking your energy. Who's taking my energy? God's people is taking my energy. The same motherfuckers who keep telling me not to get angry, not to fight and all this shit, these are the motherfuckers who are taking my energy. And this is why I gotta get rid of you motherfuckers. It ain't the enemy. When I cuss them motherfuckers out, I destroy them motherfuckers. I put them motherfuckers in their place. If y'all been paying attention, I've been destroying the motherfuckers since motherfucking 4th of July this year. The enemy ain't the fucking problem no more. It's God's people. You goddamn lukewarm Christians and house niggas. You're telling me to ignore these motherfuckers. You don't even realize you're talking about yourself. You the motherfucker who I should be ignoring, dummies. Just like I said, I be talking shit about these motherfuckers and they don't even know it. That motherfucker who I was talking shit about in that video, and that don't make no goddamn sense unless you know what the fuck is going on. Because it's like, okay, I just made a video talking shit about these motherfuckers who telling me not to get angry and shit, and then you gonna call me on the phone and tell me not to get angry? Goddamn. Wow. But that motherfucker who I was talking shit about in that video, when I was talking about these goddamn house niggas, this is what amazes me about motherfuckers. Because I'll be testing these motherfuckers like a motherfucker. When I'm talking to people on the phone, I know who, I can tell the type of person it is, and they leave comments based on their words and all this shit. This is what these motherfuckers don't understand. When I talk shit about a motherfucker, especially when I call that motherfucker out by name, what people, most of these dummies, don't understand is, when I call out a motherfucker and talk shit about that motherfucker, I ain't just talking about that motherfucking dummy. I'm talking about any and everybody who's doing the same shit that that dummy is doing. So I'm not just talking about a particular individual dummy just so I can, you know, cuss the motherfucker out because I'm angry. I ain't talking about that individual dummy just so I can feel good, because you can bet your ass after I cuss these motherfuckers out, I feel good, I feel great. I'm not talking about these individual dummies calling these motherfuckers out in the video just to embarrass them. I'm doing that shit to make an example out of that motherfucker, that dummy who's doing that dummy shit, so that the other dummies who are watching will hear that shit and be like, God damn, I do that shit. Maybe I should fucking wake up. You see what I'm saying? But because these motherfuckers are so mentally fucked up, they don't even realize that it's like, okay, that dummy that I'm talking about doing that dummy shit, if you doing the same dumb shit, I'm talking about you too then, dummy. I mean, goddamn. And when I do that shit, it's so hopefully some of these dummies will wake up. And guess what? It actually works. It actually works. For a few dummies. For a couple of them. But that's just the process that I have to go through to save one soul here, one soul there. It is what it is. It's Tuesday, November 23rd. Looky, looky, looky. Look at that shit. See, you niggas say, y'all think I be play pimping, don't you? So I've been cleaning, I've had to clean out these cats' eyes over and over and over and over and over the last 2-3 months. Because of these goddamn chemtrails that's feeding that fucking cold and shit. If I didn't clean that shit out of their eyes, they go blind. And I was just barely able to save this particular cat right now that y'all looking at.
Michael, you don't have to kill them one at a time.
I ain't got this off here, boy. Ryan Daystar page. Shout out to your boy Reed's birthday. Beat your ass. Shout out to my brother Reed.
The horizon is flat. The horizon is to eye level. That can only happen on a flat plane.
Shout out to brother Reed.
Yeah, fam. It's a literal scientific fact. On a round ball or a sphere, the horizon falls away. It does not rise to eye level. Only on a flat plane does the horizon rise to eye level. Let's go.
Get your ass. Warren Von Braun. He got Psalms on his fucking tombstone. The firmament declared his glory and his handiwork, and the people see his righteousness. The sun, stars, and the moon, and the signs and the seasons. Get your ass. But shit, Kyrie, the thing is, Kyrie, he on psyop. Kyrie, he dealing with the psyop. That's the thing. Motherfucker getting caught in that Kyrie shit. This is real. That's why he involved in this shit. That's why they using him for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You made all these motherfuckers. Boom. This shit real. These motherfuckers is using mimetic magic, you hear me? Just like with that motherfucking TikTok shit. TikTok symbol, the hourglass, the extinction symbol. Kyrie Irving posted. You know what I'm saying? They using mimetic magic, mimetic. Dealing with the fraud, ancient Kemet. Then that's why they got Trump ass dealing with it. Memes. You know what I'm saying? Manipulation of the root chakra, the root chakra. You know what I'm saying? The social matrix and the fabric of reality of the meme magic. You know what I'm saying? Everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? They already created a microchip city that's computer AI generated. I showed y'all the shit. They got, if you go in Texas, some parts of Houston, they got the motherfucking projector, the holograms and shit up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? They showed us in the Spider-Man Homecoming and shit. They showed us when the Tupac concert, they showed the projection of Tupac. Like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's real. They got the shit. They got the shit. Metaverse. Oculus. You know what I'm saying? VR simulation. They support them to the bottom of this pit. You know what I'm saying? That shit real. They merged with 3 companies. Go watch the movie Ready Player One and LX 2048. This shit real. 3 stars of Orion. It's your ass. I already know that all this shit connected. This shit go way back to motherfucking Astro Real. Now, everything that's going on, you know, we getting the clues. We getting the clues to know what's going on. This shit real. Now check this out. Today, Kamala Harris assumed the position of president. Like we had did this shit on YouTube. If y'all tuned in with us, we did this shit on YouTube recently. You know what I'm saying? July 4th. July 4th. Phoenix Rising. I said Kamala Harris, first woman president. 312 Chicago. So Biden is, you know what I'm saying, he might not be in there long. It's your ass. Check it out. The unstoppable rise of Kamala Harris. 1312. The Ark of the Covenant. 1312. Holy Grail of Jahi. 312. Radiation Y. The Y, the Aaron chromosome. Boom. 312. Radiation Y. 312. Lost Prince David. Told you all these King David ceremonies, everything. 312. Supper Phoenix, King, the Last Supper. Now I showed you the benediction hand. They making the Christ finger, Resurrection Matrix, 4. The Supper. O negative. David, Jahi Johnson, 708. 708, area code Chicago, 312. The unstoppable rise of Kamala Harris, 708. Chicago, it's your ass. Boom. Kamala Harris, first president. Go back to Chicago, 312. Kamala Harris, president, 2021. Obama, 2020, 188. 188. Kamala Harris and Obama, 188. That's Chicago, 312. It's your ass. These straight riches, you gotta follow the number. Number, the letter came from the number. The geometry of language. The geometry of language.
Too much juiciness.
This is for all U.S. senators. This is for, this is for all U.S. senators, all presidents, to understand how you guys have always been running a criminal organization against the indigenous Black people. And of course, that has to stop. Now, you're not listening to the people. You never listen to the people. And since you never listened to the people and you were at war with people, I'm talking about people like indigenous Black people, where all of you senators, okay, so I'm talking to you senators, all of the U.S. senators, all of the presidents, you already know what you did to us because you went to school and you studied what happened to us. You believe that your forefathers brought over Africans over here, and then your forefathers enslaved the Africans, right? That's what you believe, which it's not true. You never brought anybody over here. In fact, you guys were indentured slaves yourselves. You guys were slaves to the Moors. The Moors had slaves. I'm talking to you, California senator, Pennsylvania senator, Indiana senators, Texas senators, and every single senator. I'm talking to you. Your forefathers and your great grandparents, right? They were criminals. They came over here as criminals. The Moors brought them over here as criminals. So your great grandparents are criminals. And you studied this in elementary school. You studied this in elementary school. So it's not like, it's not like you don't know what you did to us. So basically you're technically working as criminals. Let's just be technical about it. Because we're all grown. We're all grown. You created the school system that would wake up a 5-year-old baby up in school at 6 in the morning for them to go to school. See, they can't even think straight. They wake up at 6 in the morning to do what? 5-year-old child now, to do what? To not learn about themselves, but to learn about your system. See, that's become a criminal at, because you actually forced Black children to go to your school. Then you forced them to take the immunization vaccines that turned half of them autistic. So they won't know who they are, because your school system was only about teaching us your laws, your philosophy, your way of life, which was absolutely criminal. It was literally killing us to not know who we are. And you did this. You created the school systems, and you created welfare offices. So what you did was you gave our great-grandparents the booster shot in the 30s and 40s. When you did that, you made them mentally retarded, and then you gave them the box. You gave them the TV, and you put them in front of the TV, and you made them have some subliminal messages, commercials that made them believe that your society was the right society to live in, when it was actually criminal to do that to an indigenous people that know nothing about their heritage, because you stole them from their heritage, and then you put the box in front of them to make them believe that this was a normal society to live in. You forced us to go into welfare offices and beg for money and food when the food and the resources was already ours to begin with. This is why you're criminals. Why did the Georgia Guidestone say that 7 billion people have to die? Because the senator, your Senate bill, is the one who birthed out the abomination that's destroying the indigenous Black people. The indigenous Black people were brought here by God. I know that sounds really strange to you because you wouldn't know anything about that, but this is how we got here. We got here by the most powerful being in the universe, and he or she brought us here to live here in peace and harmony. So don't act like, oh God, what she said, it's just, because you got coons out here that's just so scared of you. Bitch, ain't nobody scared of you. You got coons, you got grown black men. Big, huge, tall black men, they scared of you. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't know why they're scared of you. I really don't know why. Because I'm telling you right now, if you would, that's why you got an army, because you can't go toe to toe with no black men on this planet. You can't. That's why you can't fight. That's why you got an army, you got a police department, because you cannot fight. But yeah, you got these niggas that's scared of you. That's scared to go to my website, download the 9-page document to send to your bitch ass. They scared of you. This is what's so fucked up about it. The senators, white senators, Mexican senators that get knocked out on the streets daily by black people. Y'all, black people knock white people out daily on the motherfucking streets. And you got some bitch ass white ass Mexicans and white senators in there ruling your ass, and you skim a 9-page document to tell them what you want. And guess what? You'll have exactly what you want. You want to know why? Because it's your shit.
See, you niggas think I'm play pimping, don't you? I got a real baseball bat for these motherfuckers. Player Lord! Now I'm gonna quickly talk about this shit concerning the dome. And I'm gonna do this as quickly as possible, but I know this video gonna be long as shit. And I got another 15 minutes to go, at least, talking about these motherfuckers. So, I'm gonna leave a link to the video that I was talking about. The dude took some footage of the dome and shit. So let's get started with this shit. I was watching this show right here, Tacoma FD. These motherfuckers crazy as shit. Y'all know I got a crazy ass sense of humor. These motherfuckers is killing me. The stupid shit they was doing. Funny, I got to the second episode of this shit. Or should I say the second season? It might have been the second episode, I don't know. But second season of this show. And here I am, getting ready to make this video, and one of the things I was going to talk about, the dome, flat earth, you know. And all of a sudden I'm watching this show, Tacoma FD, and these motherfuckers started talking about that shit. And it was like 2 motherfuckers sitting in the truck talking about that shit. They was believers of the flat earth. And they speaking the truth. Saying the same shit that I be saying, and just, you know, I mean, they was going into detail. They only talked about it for like, maybe like 10 seconds, but see how these motherfuckers do? Powers that be, Illuminati. They always putting the fucking truth in these movies and TV shows and shit. And this is what fucks a lot of people up. And now they gonna have these motherfuckers talking about the flat earth. These crazy ass motherfuckers who be joking around like a motherfucker. They gonna put the truth of the flat earth on this show of all shows. Why? Because they can hide that truth. Put the truth out at the same time, but hide that truth on this TV show, this crazy ass TV show where these niggas acting a goddamn fool, knowing that most motherfuckers ain't gonna take the shit serious. And anybody who do take the shit serious, they ain't gonna, you know, it make them feel like, you know, they don't want to talk about it because they feel like they gonna be talked about and, you know, get their feelings hurt and people laughing at them, all this shit. But see, this is what they do. Mockery. Illuminati. Just keep it up. Didn't I tell you motherfuckers a number of months ago what was gonna happen to you niggas? Fire. Fire for your ass, motherfucker. Now, one more thing before I continue talking about this shit concerning the dome. I was watching this show called Hellbound. Oh shit. Perfect motherfucking timing. This motherfucking series on Netflix. These motherfuckers was considered death angels. Now, the only thing I'm gonna say about this shit, I ain't gonna give no spoilers away and shit, because I watched the whole thing. It was a short series, but death angels. Perfect motherfucking timing. The first thing I noticed about this shit, the very motherfucking first episode, when these death angels came to take these motherfuckers to hell, they didn't just take them to hell. They didn't do that. first. They had to do something else. Guess what these motherfucking death angels did? Before they took the motherfuckers to hell, or sent them to hell, you know what they did first? They beat the shit out of the motherfuckers. Violently beat the shit out of the motherfuckers. They ain't just come and take them to hell, send them to hell first. Oh, they had to beat the shit out of them first. Why? Why did they have to beat the shit out of them first? Because they had to unleash that anger by beating the shit out of these motherfuckers so they can feel better and enjoy themselves.
Woohoo! Yeah!
You niggas thought I was play pimping, didn't you? Uh-huh. Death angels. Look at them. Big black niggas coming to get you. See? You motherfuckers thought I was play pimping, didn't you? Now, let me run through this shit right quick. And then I'm going to just leave a link to this video. Dude took a video of the dome. That video is about 7 minutes, I think. Now, of course, they've been showing all this shit throughout many movies, TV shows. They had a TV show called Under the Dome. They had this show called Westworld showing that shit. That simulation that they had with that so-called reality. See them standing around that shit? That flat earth looking shit? See? And you had motherfuckers controlling motherfuckers and shit. Had all these so-called humans and motherfuckers that wasn't human and all this shit. They loved, and okay, now look. Now y'all probably know about this shit. That Hunger Games, I think it was the second one they made. That chick, I think it was Jennifer Lawrence. She was up in that motherfucker. They were showing you the dome, and she knew she was trapped up in that shit, and she shot that arrow at the same time lightning struck. See that shit? Look like the honeycombs. See those designs and all that shit? Uh-huh. And she blew that motherfucker up. And then the structure showed. See? They be showing y'all this shit. And they did, and the shit they did in this movie, they did the same thing in that movie. I think it was called Godzilla vs. Kong. Big black nigga coming to get you. He was inside that motherfucker. And he grabbed a big ass tree, threw that motherfucker at the sky, and boom, there we go. That same fucking scenario. Look at the design and everything. And then they show that shit on the outside. See, he's inside this flat earth shit, this dome, the wall, and all that shit. Look at that shit. Kong containment. Nigga containment. You niggas ain't fooling me. Dark City. That movie, I think it came out in 1998. There we go again. Look at that shit. Look at that shit, niggas. Look at that shit. These motherfuckers love to tell the truth in the goddamn movies because they know most dummies ain't gonna believe it. And a lot of people have been waking up because of these fucking movies. And this is why they be freaking out and doing shit like this. Putting that Wikipedia shit on motherfuckers' videos. This is the name of this video that the dude was talking about the dome that he recorded. The name of the video is The Firmament Dome. Finally, we have video of the dome, motherfuckers. This video was uploaded 3 years ago. YouTube channel, The Strange Sky Project. I'm gonna put a link to this video in the description box, motherfucker. Check it out. This video is only, like I said, I think it's only like 7 minutes long. So, what more can I say? Here's a couple of images, or should I say, play a little bit of the footage. Right here from that video. This is the original footage right here. And you can, if you look behind those clouds, you can see that shit now. Same shit that I was just showing y'all that they've been showing in the fucking movies. Once he enhanced that video, you can clearly see that shit. There it is right there. And like I said, this video is only 7 minutes. Y'all should check it out. He showed also in this video, they had what they call sky rocks that they found. Blue. Blue. And I read that particular, those rocks that they found, sky rocks, which is part of the fucking wall of shit. that these motherfuckers been trying to dig through, firmament and all this shit. They said, and they took some, a little analysis of that shit. It was mostly oxygen, made of oxygen, but it also has some kind of element that they don't even know what the fuck it is, Not even on they shitty ass periodical table, whatever the fuck that shit is they call. See, they've been trying to dig their way through this shit. You motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. And they also talked about, this fucking shit with Antarctica when they tried to dig through that shit. They said they could never get to the end, obviously. And they said when they dug through that shit, next thing you know, over a period of time, that shit just closed back up. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. Dome, flat earth. Ain't nothing else I can say. I just want to show y'all this shit right quick, a little bit. And like I said, y'all check out that video. It's only 7 minutes long. I put it in the description box. And I've had a lot of my comments deleted by Illuminati, YouTube. What's new? I believe somebody was asking about that shapeshifting video that I was talking about in the last video, Shapeshifting Part 2. The name of that playlist is called The Return of the Gods. It's right there in the playlist. And that last video that I uploaded, I put the link to that shapeshifting video in the description box. So it's right there. What more can I say? I'm out of here, motherfuckers. Peace. Dome! Motherfucker. History is replete with whispers of secret societies, accounts of elders or priests who guarded the forbidden knowledge of ancient peoples. Prominent men meeting in secret, who directed the course of civilization, are recorded in the writings of all people. The oldest is the Brotherhood of the Snake, also called the Brotherhood of the Dragon, and it still exists under many different names. The Brotherhood of the Snake is devoted to guarding the secrets of the ages and to the recognition of Lucifer as the one and only true God. If you do not believe in God, Lucifer, or Satan, you must understand that there are great masses of people who do. I do not believe in racism, but millions do, and their beliefs and actions based upon those beliefs will affect me. It is clear that religion has always played a significant role in the course of these organizations. Communication with a higher source, often divine, is a familiar claim in all but a few. The secrets of these groups are thought to be so profound that only a chosen, well-educated few are able to understand and use them. These men use their special knowledge for the benefit of all mankind. At least that is what they claim. How are we to know, since their knowledge and actions have been secrets? Fortunately, some of it has become public knowledge.
Secret is revealed.
The work that I've done, the work that my brothers and sisters have done, people like Catherine, Louisiana Tay, Riz, Chief, many of my brothers and sisters, the work that we've done, this shit was supposed to already be over. We've done more than enough for this shit to be over, but it's not over. This shit continues. And here's why this shit continues. See, I'm going to war with these motherfuckers. Illuminati, powers to be. I'm going to war with these motherfuckers my entire life, basically. And what I've done over the last number of years on YouTube That includes my other brothers and sisters who've been putting in work, who've been actually doing something. There's nothing more that I can do based on putting out videos and shit. I went to war with them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers tried to murder me. They didn't succeed. They tried to take my soul. They didn't succeed. And putting out this information, exposing their ass. We've done more than enough for them motherfuckers to have been put in their place and gone. But they still here. Why are they still here? The enemy should be destroyed and gone by now. But they still here. They still in power. They still exist. Why? It's because of you motherfuckers. You goddamn house niggas. You lukewarm Christians. You motherfuckers are cock blocking for them motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are protecting them motherfuckers. Whether you know it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. From my perspective, the enemy ain't the fucking problem no more. They've been put in their place. And we have done more than enough for them motherfuckers to be gone. But they still in power. They still exist because of these goddamn house niggas. These goddamn weak ass cowards. These white Jesus loving motherfuckers. These lukewarm Christians. Y'all are the problem now. Y'all are the fucking problem. And from my perspective, the enemy ain't the problem no more. It's you motherfuckers. Because y'all protecting them. And because y'all protecting the motherfuckers, this is why this shit continues. This is why you motherfuckers finna get fucked up. This is why you motherfuckers finna die. Great tribulation is about to be shoved up y'all motherfucking ass. And then you got these motherfuckers. Now I'm finna talk about you motherfuckers.
Damn.
You got these motherfuckers. Yeshua. Play a Lord. Do you weak coward ass motherfuckers actually believe that I'm gonna allow you motherfuckers to hang around me? I mean, come on now. Come on, buddy. Let's be honest. I mean, what the fuck? Really? And don't even talk about heaven, because most of you motherfuckers ain't going no goddamn way. But a lot of motherfuckers who gonna make it to heaven, you motherfuckers ain't hanging around me either. What the fuck for? You can follow me around and talk about the coronavirus and shit. But let's just talk about this fucking physical reality. Whether the rapture don't happen for another year, 2 years, 3 years, even though you motherfuckers ain't going no way. But all hell's gonna break loose. It's gonna happen. It's coming. In some way, shape, or form, Player Lord will either figuratively or literally be in his motherfucking cabin in the woods. I'm chilling like a motherfucker. I'm looking forward to this shit. What are you motherfuckers gonna do? You goddamn house niggas. Lukewarm Christians. You motherfuckers who telling us not to fight against this shit. Ignore them and all this shit, yeah. What are y'all gonna do when all hell breaks loose? Y'all gonna do what you do best. Just like I said before. You're gonna call for help. Go in the room, sit in the corner, and shake. Calling on me. Yeshua! And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ignore you. That's what y'all want me to do, right? You want me to ignore you. Yeah, dumb motherfuckers. He telling me to ignore them. You don't even know. You're talking about yourself. What a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. Like I said, I be talking shit about these motherfuckers, and they don't even realize it. Think I'm talking about that person. They just do it. They don't even know what the fuck is going on. Dumb motherfuckers. Check this out. Like I said, I'm 48 years old. Let's go back to the age of 12 all the way up to 2020, the coronavirus. All these motherfucking years since the age of 12. So-called family members, teachers, peers, students, these motherfuckers at the job, so-called cousins, so-called friends, all these motherfuckers throughout my entire life, they was trying to give me advice. And the advice that they was giving me was just ignore them. You shouldn't be getting angry type shit. Don't stand up for what you believe in. Same shit that you motherfuckers have been telling me and us, because it ain't just me. And all these motherfuckers who's giving me that great advice that I didn't ask for, expecting us not to get angry, getting upset because we get angry, even though they getting angry and talking shit all the goddamn time, these goddamn demons, so-called family members. Expecting us to ignore all this shit. Them motherfuckers was trying to give me the exact same advice that you motherfuckers are giving me. And all them motherfuckers was wicked. All them motherfuckers lost their soul. So if them motherfuckers all these years was trying to give me the same fucking advice that you motherfuckers are trying to give me, and they lost their soul, that's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. You lost your soul. Well, y'all think I'm fucking stupid? You think I don't know who you motherfuckers are? I just had to deal with you motherfuckers because you motherfuckers are holding back God's people. Y'all some goddamn counterfeit spirits. That's why y'all so goddamn stupid to be telling us stupid ass shit. Just regurgitating the same fucking stupid shit that every other goddamn demon in the flesh says, and you don't even fucking realize it. A number of months ago, I was watching this video by Gina Maria Colvin Hill. Some dude put up a comment on her video talking all kinds of shit, calling her bitch this and all kinds of shit. She took a screenshot of that comment, put it in the video, and was talking about that shit. I couldn't fucking wait till that video ended so I can go check out the comments on that video. Her subscribers, comment after comment after comment after comment after comment, they were saying the same stupid shit. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. Don't let it bother you. You motherfuckers are fucking retarded. Y'all way of fighting against this shit is to just ignore them, to do nothing. Pretend like everything's okay. Don't let it bother you. This is why you motherfuckers so goddamn crazy. Because like I said, y'all don't want to unleash that anger, stress, and frustration on the enemy because y'all scared. You holding all that shit in, and it's driving you motherfuckers insane. And you sitting there trying to pretend like everything's all right. While you're sitting there going crazy because you ain't fighting for yourself. You ain't unleashing that anger. You ain't doing shit in any way, shape, or form. And y'all end up coming to a motherfucker like me, you shrink. And you break down, crying like a motherfucker. Because you holding in all that anger, stress, and frustration, wouldn't unleash that shit on the enemy. Come to me to unleash that shit. Then you unleash that shit on me, you feel better, don't you? But you still ain't gonna unleash that shit on the enemy because you're scared. So after you unleash all that stress and anger, you go right back to everything's okay. Go right back to letting that shit build up, bottle up inside you, and you motherfuckers are going more and more insane. Then it gets to the point where y'all dummies think that the people that's trying to help your ass is the dummies. The same motherfuckers who y'all came to for help. Y'all in the goddamn way. Y'all protecting the fucking enemy, who is supposedly y'all enemy. Supposedly. What I'm talking about ain't nothing new. Motherfuckers been talking about y'all for thousands of years. Just talking about my life, being in this motherfucker for 48 years. It's good. Just go back to the motherfucking 80s and 90s and all that shit. People like Bobby Hemmett was talking about you motherfuckers. So-called Christians, house niggas. Bill Cooper, of course, talking about you motherfuckers. Motherfuckers who refuse to stand up. goddamn cowards supposed to be men and women of God and shit. Steve Coakley talks about you motherfuckers. The enemy still exists. The enemy is still in power because of you motherfuckers. You're scared to stand up to him, while at the same time you telling us not to stand up to the motherfuckers. Not to get angry with the motherfuckers. Be respectful to them wicked ass motherfuckers. These goddamn pedophiles. These motherfucking soul snatching motherfucking murderers and shit. Just sit there, lay there, and be raped, and don't do nothing about it. This is y'all fucking mindset, and y'all trying to push that shit on us because y'all either reach that point of no return or you're about to. The demons are speaking for you motherfuckers. Your wicked ass higher selves is speaking for your ass now. We all about to disappear. And our true higher selves is about to come into play. And I'm seeing that shit more and more. Talking about Steve Coakley, who's talking about you motherfuckers. He said, talking about, you know, us going after the motherfucking enemy. Directly going after the motherfuckers. He said this shit probably in the 1990s. Talking to you motherfuckers when he said this shit. He said, what you gonna do when we jump the fence on white supremacy? In other words, what y'all gonna do when we go after these wicked ass motherfuckers? He said, what y'all gonna do? What you gonna do when we jump the fence on white supremacy? Are you gonna fight? Are you gonna bite? Or are you gonna move out the way and let us get to who we after? What y'all gonna do? This is what he said. He said, what y'all gonna do? Talking to you house niggas and lukewarm Christians, whatever they want to call you motherfuckers. Dummies. He said, what y'all gonna do when we go after the motherfuckers? Are you gonna fight? You gonna bite? Or are you gonna move out the way so we can get to who we after? He said that shit decades ago. And all these years, what have y'all been doing? You refuse to get the fuck out of the way. You're cock blocking for the enemy. You protecting the motherfuckers. And this is why these motherfuckers are still in power. This is why these motherfuckers still exist. It's because of you motherfuckers. You goddamn cowards. You won't move out the way so we can go get them motherfuckers and end this shit. You in the goddamn way. You won't fucking move. Move, bitch. Get out the way. But you won't fucking move. You cock blocking for the motherfuckers. You protecting the motherfuckers. And a lot of you don't even know it. You won't move. You won't get the fuck out of the way. So you know what that means? We gonna have to move you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are gonna have to die.
The Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
Michael, you don't have to kill them one at a time.